Good evening, Captain Hoffman. I read your books last week. Yes, of course, it's Chinese version. I read your books, but I feel a little bit surprised that in your book, you don't think the digital cash will have a bright future.
Okay.
Yes. So when I read this, I really surprised, because recently more than 30 countries, the government, they already announced that they will accept the digital cash. I want to know, because the Chinese version perhaps 1 year or 2 years later than your original English version. I want to know at this moment, what's your judgment to the digital cash? Whether you already changed your idea regarding this digital cash. And also, in China, even the Chinese government, I think in the March of this year, they announced they will set up the State Digital Cash Research Institute. So I want to know whether you changed your idea or not.
Okay, so great question. So she wants to know whether I think digital cash will be successful.
所以刚才这个是很好的一个问题，就是呢，它的问题的核心其实是想要知道电子货币是否在未来会成功。
So in my book, and my opinion is that Bitcoin faces a lot of challenges.
在我看来，包括在我的书中，我是这样的观点，我认为比特币会受到很大的挑战。
So I do not think digital cash will not be successful. I think that Bitcoin, as an independent from the government service, will not be successful.
我并不是说电子货币本身不会成功，我是说比特币作为一种脱离于政府的这个行为而存在的这样一种货币形式，很可能不会成功。
Digital currencies that are endorsed by the government, I think could be incredibly successful.
我认为电子货币如果获得了政府层面的支持，会非常成功。
But governments, especially China, will want to control their currencies.
但是呢，任何的政府，特别是中国政府，都非常希望能够控制自己的货币。
Monetary policy is the underlying policy of every major government in the world.
货币政策可以说是任何政府的一个政策的核心。
So I do believe, I just want to clarify, I do believe that digital currency endorsed and controlled by major governments has a bright future. But independent, I don't think so.
所以呢，我再重复一次，我认为电子货币如果得到了政府层面的支持的话，是可以获得成功的，而且会相当的成功。但是如果像比特币这样一种独立存在的货币形式，那么就未来可能会面临很多挑战。
Even now, like in China, I don't carry cash. I just use WeChat and Alipay for everything.
即使现在在中国，我从来不带现金，我只用支付宝和微信支付。
So to me, digital is the future, but it's just what form it takes.
所以对我来说，数字化的货币是未来的大势所趋。但是呢，考虑到的重要问题是它采取的是什么样的形式。
I hope that helps answer.
希望这样能够帮到你。
来点掌声。这个霍夫曼船长真的是很神奇啊！你看他作为一个美国人，微信支付跟支付宝都有，我都感觉很惭愧，因为我只有微信，为了领红包，为了进群，100个人以上的群必须得办银行卡，我都没有支付宝，所以我现在要交党费，还是通过微信支付转账给我的秘书，然后我秘书再去用支付宝交。我们现在这个马云很厉害，要求交党费必须用支付宝。
Well, it's amazing that you as American actually have both accounts, the Alipay and the WeChat payment system, right? And Professor Chen is saying that he only has one of them.
Oh!
Yeah. And
you gotta get both.
I'm quite behind.
You're way behind.
Yeah.
我想问一下，就是我们因为想着在做一个针对军人的重度垂直的一个风险投资基金。可能这个资金呢，前期可能量级呢比较小一些，大概在5000万左右。想咨询一下您这个问题呢，就是我们这个事情怎么样去，您对这个事情有没有什么建议？然后呢，就是 或者是呢，针对这个事情，我们前期怎么样能迅速的发现什么是毛毛虫，或者是什么是蝴蝶？
The question here is that in your book you talk about the phenomenon of the caterpillar and the butterfly. Right?
Yes.
And he's impressed by it, and he is right now working on a investment fund for retired soldiers, the veterans in China. And it's probably not a very big fund, but they're in the beginning stage. And he wants to know what suggestions you have for funds like this.
Oh, suggestions.
Yeah, and
so it's a venture fund?
Yes. How do we utilize the what you talked about in the book, the butterfly and the caterpillar?
Okay. So, well, when doing a fund, your best thing, the most you can do, is to gain access to great entrepreneurs.
对于任何一个投资基金来说，你的最重要的一件事情是你能够接触到重要的、优秀的创业者。
So a lot of times, you don't want to judge an entrepreneur by how they look.
所以呢，千万不要以貌取人。
So we have this image now in China and in America that the great entrepreneurs are in their 20s. They're really cool. They're using all the latest technology.
我们在这个文化里面，包括在中国、美国，都有一种成见，就认为这个成功的创业者哈，他是年轻的非常酷的而且有很多的这个精力非常充沛。
And I'll admit, there are many great young entrepreneurs.
那么我首先得承认的是，确实有很多优秀的年轻的创业者。
But the actual success rate, when they did a study in Silicon Valley of entrepreneurs who are older and younger, the older entrepreneurs had a higher success rate.
但是呢，在硅谷我们做过一个很有意思的研究，就是在对于年轻的创业者和年纪稍微大一些的创业者来说，我们发现年纪大的创业者其实他的成功率更高。
But why you see more successful young entrepreneurs is because there's so many of them, right? There's so many that the odds are that young entrepreneurs will have more companies.
那么为什么你还是有这样的一种成见，就是认为很多的创业者，特别是优秀的人是年轻的呢？那么是因为太多了，年轻的创业者太多了，所以你自然而然的以为创业者年轻的就是容易成功的。
So the retired soldiers could be the caterpillars.
所以呢，我们说退伍老兵，他很可能成为退伍军人，他很可能就成为我们说的毛毛虫。
And then the other idea was sometimes you can't tell innovation. The actual analogy of the caterpillar and the butterfly was things at the beginning of innovation. It often looks ugly, like a caterpillar. It looks like it will never fly. It will never get off the ground. But sometimes those ugly little experiments you're doing, there's something in them that is that beginning of the butterfly.
我们说创新的一个重要特征是在很多的创新开始的时候，看上去其实是很丑陋的。或者说是很粗的、很粗糙的，那么只有在他们不断的去适应、去创新、去变化的过程当中，开始慢慢的变得像蝴蝶，开始有一点像蝴蝶。
Many big corporations kill off their most innovative ideas because they look at them and they say, "I don't get that. That's a small idea. That'll never be in a billion-dollar business. Kill it."
很多的大公司为此错过了创新的绝好的机会，因为他觉得这个创新的点子，特别是在开始的时候，看上去非常难看，是不会有任何结果的。
I give you an example in the book. So in the book, Sony, there was this guy at Sony who brought in a Nintendo, right? And he wanted to hack the Nintendo for his kids. And he started creating all these weird things in the back room.
那么我举一个例子来说明这一点索尼公司索尼公司有一个员工呢，他就买了一个任天堂的游戏机。我们知道任天堂游戏机Nintendo 非常的受欢迎，那么他希望把它拆开，然后让他的孩子能够玩这个游戏，能够去从某种意义上去模仿这个游戏。那么他就在自己的屋子里造出了很多很奇怪的模型。
And his managers were going, "What are you doing? Wasting your time like playing with that game machine. Like that isn't our business. Our business is consumer electronics. Don't just do that. Do something real."
那么这时候他的管理者就进来了，进来了以后看到说你怎么花这么多时间和精力在做这些奇怪的事情上面？那么我们索尼是在做电子消费品的，那么这个时候如果说你把精力花在这些看上去不确定的没用的事情上，那么为什么不去做一点真正重要的工作呢？
Well, that caterpillar became the Sony PlayStation.
结果呢，我们说这个毛毛虫就是这些奇怪的模型，最后变成了索尼的 PlayStation。
And all the managers, the top management of Sony were like, we're not a game company. We don't do that. These games are for like kids. We make serious electronics.
就是很讽刺的是，这时候索尼公司的高层都认为，我们是一个做电子消费品的这样的一个公司，我们是很严肃的公司，我们不会去做游戏机的。
And then Sony PlayStation became their most profitable business unit.
然而最奇怪的事情就是他们制造出来的这个游戏机成为了市面上最受欢迎的产品。
So that's the analogy. Yeah.
这就是我要说的类比。
My question is that it is said that it's era of disruptive change, especially in technology and automation. So what do you think, how it will affect employment market and working environment in future?
Okay. How will it affect employment in the future? Automation and AI and robotics, right?
Yes, means it's a disruptive change in IT and you can say the automation, and how it will affect employment market and working environment in future.
Yes.
这个问题问的其实就是这个自动化和人工智能技术的未来。
这个是来自巴基斯坦的朋友，大家欢迎一下，好吧？
大家用热烈的掌声来鼓励他。
So, great question. Every job will be changing in the future. Every one of our jobs, whether it's a knowledge worker, a blue-collar worker, a service industry worker, all of our jobs will change.
首先要明确的一件事情就是，未来所有的工作都会发生剧烈的变化，不管你做的是什么行业。
First of all, many of our jobs will get more interesting.
首先要承认的是，很多工作会变得非常有意思。
Because the computer will do the boring part.
因为那些枯燥的部分让计算机去做了。
They'll do the repetitive part.
他们会去做那些重复性的工作。
And that will free us up to use our imagination and our creativity.
那么这些呢，会让解放我们的头脑，让我们更加充分的运用想象力来去做创造性的工作。
So I think the working environment for those who are employed will be much better.
所以我认为，对于我们的未来那些就是有工作的人来说，这是一个好消息。
The challenge we have is that our machines are going to get so smart that they may totally take over a lot of jobs.
那么我们担忧的一件事情就是，当机器变得非常聪明的时候，他们真的会从人的手里去抢走很多工作。
So in the future, we're going to have a challenge that is much tougher than what Trump is facing today.
所以呢，用刚才特朗普总统的例子来说，我们将来面临的这种工作的挑战，比现在特朗普总统面临的挑战要巨大得多。
Because in the future, it won't just be factory workers that we have to upgrade. It will be all service workers and many, many knowledge workers and professionals.
那么我们要说的是，在将来我们被取代的不仅仅是制造业的工人们，还会被取代的是我们的服务业的工作者，我们的专业主义者，包括我们的一些知识工作者。
So our leaders will have to start planning smartly. And people in this room, you're some of the smartest people in the world, right? You're in Tsinghua University. You will have to start planning for the future of humanity. What do we do with our people? How do we reward them? What is their job? What is your role in society?
所以，作为世界的这个领导者，我们现在需要考虑的问题就是，我们应该如何去面对这样的一个事实。也就是说，我们这个房间里面，我们这个会场上，都是坐着中国非常聪明的人。那么，我们需要考虑的问题是，将来这件事情变成现实的时候，我们应该如何去激发创造力，如何去解决这个问题。
These are the huge challenges all of us face.
那么，这是我们所有人面临的挑战。
And technology is the problem, right?
所以，在这个问题上，技术是一个问题，是一个难题。
But technology is also the solution.
当然，技术同时也是一个解决方案。
If we use technology in the right way, we can create a better life for everybody on this planet.
当我们能够正确的运用技术的时候，我们能够提升这个星球上所有人的生活品质。
But if we use it in the wrong way, there will be many people left behind and a few people extremely wealthy.
但是当我们滥用技术或者没有正确的使用技术的时候，我们会发现有很多的人会因此而受到伤害，而同时有很小一部分人会从中获得巨大的利益。
So that is our social responsibility to make sure it happens in the right way.
而这个让技术能够以正确的方式发挥作用，这是我们在座每一位的社会责任。
好，这里必须点赞。这是霍夫曼船长给清华特别指出你肩上的责任。在座的各位不管是清华的学生还是不是，你今天在这里，你要记住你肩上有这样的一个责任。将来技术的变革不管怎么样，一定要把它用到好的地方去，不能用到坏的地方。